Hi, it's me, Lindsay. If you're a crochet or knit designer, or if you want to be a crochet or knit designer, then I wanted to talk to you about something important. One of the great things about when you're first getting into design is you have all these ideas going through your head, this inspiration. And you've got to kind of figure out how to make this fabulous idea in your brain come true through yarn. And if you're doing like accessories or shawls, you can do a lot of like fiddling around and playing around to make things, work out and rip out and try again. But eventually, like all of us, you get to the point where you want to design a garment. Maybe it's a sweater, maybe it's a vest, adult, kid. And if you're also like me and like all of us in the beginning, it's overwhelming. Like you can't figure out how to make it and how to make it fit a person, especially if you don't have that person there to put the garment on. I've been in the knit and crochet industry for over a decade, and when I started out trying to design crochet garments or knit garments, it was so hard to find the information. And you know what? It still is. Like, you've got maybe one book here that has a little bit of good stuff, another book here that has a little bit of good stuff, and then there's a class, but it's only offered like once a year and in some place that like requires a plane flight and a hotel stay. And it's just really hard to get all this information that you need to make fantastic garments. So I was thinking to myself, I was like, if I could go to someone's home, if I could go to your house and spend the day with you to teach you what I know about garment design, what would I focus on? And what immediately came to mind is kind of the foundation of what you need to make good garments is to understand body measurements. You need to understand body measurements of the human body, which measurements matter, how they relate to the garment measurement, and how which measurements you need change depending on the style of garment you're making. And this is something like I could come to your house and spend the whole day with you going over this, and we could probably even go into it the next day. But you know what? I know that's not realistic. Like we can't always, get together and do it one-on-one. So I took all this information from my 10 plus years at this point of design, my years as a technical editor, checking garment patterns and grading garment patterns, and I put this all into my new ebook that I just put out called Body Basics. Now, Body Basics is a primer on the body measurements you need for crochet and knit garment design. It is packed and stuffed with all the information that if you and I had the opportunity to spend the day together, I would give you in your own personal one-on-one class. I put that into this PDF book. And this information is really the foundation, the solid foundation you need if you're going to make garment designs that fit. Because the truth is, yeah, you can wing it, but it goes badly. And I've seen that. I've seen the garment designs that get turned in that don't work, that don't fit a human body because the designer hadn't been able to find the resources to teach them about body measurements and how they apply to knit and crochet garment design. So I've put all this information for you together in my Body Basics booklet. Now, I know when you read this booklet, it's going to have information about body measurements. It's going to have how they relate to the garment measurements, which measurements you need and when. And I've even got like specific designer tips for crochet and knit designers sprinkled throughout, things that I've picked up on in my experience in the industry that I think any good designer should know. And I know, like, after you read through this, you're going to be so psyched because it's finally going to make sense and you're going to understand what you need and what you need to do to design that knit and crochet garment that is just fabulous and that actually fits someone. So because I know you're going to be so excited when you get through this and just like raring to go, I've thrown in a bonus. When you get the Body Basics booklet, you're also going to get my separate schematic booklet. And my schematic booklet has over 40 different schematics for different knit and crochet garment outlines and designs. So basically I went through all the possibilities. I said, you know, you could do a drop sleeve, you could do a modified drop sleeve, you could do a set-in sleeve, you could have like a round neck, waist shaping, hip shaping. And I've done all these possibilities drawn out as schematics to help you plan your design. Now, the bonus in this is I've also put in the measurement lines for you to fill in your own numbers on. And this way you're not going to miss an important measurement because you're going to see right there on the schematic, oh, this is something I need to calculate. This is something I need to know. So I want you to go to thelindsaylife.com, click on Body Basics, look through this. I think you're gonna love it. It's going to answer those questions that have been in the back of your head. It's going to answer questions you didn't even realize you had. I have been blown away by the positive response I've been getting from all the professionals I know in this industry, and I think you're going to love this.